You only live once, but if you do it right, once is enough. In 3 words, I can sum up everything I've learned about life. It goes on. To live is the rarest thing in the world. Most people exist, that is all. It is better to be hated for what you are than to be loved for what you are not. There are only 2 ways to live your life. One is as though nothing is a miracle. The other is as though everything is a miracle. It does not do to dwell on dreams and forget to live. Good friends, good books, and a sleepy conscience. This is the ideal life. Life is what happens to us while we are making other plans. I may not have gone where I intended to go, but I think I have ended up where I needed to be. Everything you can imagine is real. Sometimes the questions are complicated and the answers are simple. Life isn't about finding yourself. Life is about creating yourself. I'm not afraid of death. I just don't want to be there when it happens. Sometimes people are beautiful, not in looks, not in what they say, just in what they are. Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. Some infinities are bigger than other infinities. Reality continues to ruin my life. Things change, and friends leave. Life doesn't stop for anybody. Who are you to judge the life I live? I know I'm not perfect, and I don't live to be, but before you start pointing fingers, make sure your hands are clean. The only way out of the labyrinth of suffering is to forgive. When someone loves you, the way they talk about you is different. You feel safe and comfortable. That it will never come again is what makes life so sweet. I'm the one that's got to die when it's time for me to die, so let me live my life the way I want to. But better to get hurt by the truth than comforted with a lie. The fear of death follows from the fear of life. A man who lives fully is prepared to die at any time. Just when you think it can't get any worse, it can. And just when you think it can't get any better, it can. The one you love and the one who loves you are never ever the same person. The saddest aspect of life right now is that science gathers knowledge faster than society gathers wisdom. I speak to everyone in the same way, whether he is the garbage man or the president of the university. How wonderful it is that nobody need wait a single moment before starting to improve the world. We're all human, aren't we? Every human life is worth the same and worth saving. Every man has his secret sorrows which the world knows not, and oftentimes we call a man cold when he is only sad. If you don't know where you're going, any road will take you there. All God does is watch us and kill us when we get boring. We must never ever be boring. Sometimes I can hear my bones straining under the weight of all the lives I'm not living. This life's hard, but it's harder if you're stupid. Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it is the only thing that ever has. Death ends a life, not a relationship. Do not read as children do to amuse yourself or like the ambitious for the purpose of instruction. No, read in order to live. cannot find peace by avoiding life. May you live every day of your life. It was not the feeling of completeness I so needed, but the feeling of not being empty. Where there is love, there is life. If my life is going to mean anything, I have to live it myself. Get busy living or get busy dying. These woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep and miles to go before I sleep and miles to go before I sleep. All the world is made of faith and trust and pixie dust. We have to dare to be ourselves, however frightening or strange that self may prove to be. Anyone who lives within their means suffers from a lack of imagination. Life is a book, and there are 1,000 pages I have not yet read. Life can only be understood backwards, but it must be lived forwards. If you're reading this, congratulations, you're alive. If that's not something to smile about, then I don't know what is. Monsters are real, and ghosts are real too. They live inside us, and sometimes they win. A life spent making mistakes is not only more honorable, but more useful than a life spent doing nothing. The flower that blooms in adversity is the rarest and most beautiful of all. Of all sad words of tongue or pen, the saddest are these: it might have been. The best index to a person's character is how he treats people who can't do him any good and how he treats people who can't fight back. The most important thing is to enjoy your life, to be happy. It's all that matters. People aren't either wicked or noble. They're like chef's salads, with good things and bad things chopped and mixed together in a vinaigrette of confusion and conflict. Nobody realizes that some people expend tremendous energy merely to be normal. I love to see a young girl go out and grab the world by the lapels. Life's a bitch. You've got to go out and kick ass. Two possibilities exist. Either we are alone in the universe or we are not. Both are equally terrifying. It is said that your life flashes before your eyes just before you die. That is true. It's called life. Remember, the time you feel lonely is the time you most need to be by yourself. Life's cruelest irony. It may be unfair, but what happens in a few days, sometimes even a single day, can change the course of a whole lifetime. It isn't what you have, or who you are, or where you are, or what you are doing that makes you happy or unhappy. It is what you think about it. Life is pain, Highness. Anyone who says differently is selling something. If you love somebody, let them go, for if they return, they were always yours. If they don't, they never were. Life's under no obligation to give us what we expect. The past has no power over the present moment. Unbeing dead isn't being alive. He who has a why to live for can bear almost any how. Sometimes our light goes out but is blown again into instant flame by an encounter with another human being. Some people have lives, some people have music. Tell the truth or someone will tell it for you. Life is for the living, death is for the dead. Let life be like music, and death a note unsaid. If cats looked like frogs, we'd realize what nasty, cruel little bastards they are. Style, that's what people remember. We must be willing to let go of the life we plan so as to have the life that is waiting for us. If you ask me what I came to do in this world, I, an artist, will answer you. I am here to live out loud. People say that life is the thing, but I prefer reading. Do I not destroy my enemies when I make them my friends? A woman has to live her life or live to repent not having lived it. Live to the point of tears. The most wasted of all days is one without laughter. If I can stop one heart from breaking, I shall not live in vain. I am not sure that I exist, actually. I am all the writers that I have read, all the people that I have met, all the women that I have loved, all the cities I have visited. The more I see, the less I know for sure. I go to seek a great perhaps. No matter how much suffering you went through, you never wanted to let go of those memories. Life is to be enjoyed, not endured. This is your life, and it's ending one moment at a time. Don't take life too seriously. Punch it in the face when it needs a good hit. Laugh at it. Even death has a heart. Life shrinks or expands in proportion to one's courage. Letting go means to come to the realization that some people are a part of your history but not a part of your destiny. Don't be afraid of death. Be afraid of an unlived life. You don't have to live forever, you just have to live. I'm sure the universe is full of intelligent life. It's just been too intelligent to come here. Don't part with your illusions. When they are gone, you may still exist, but you have ceased to live. Don't you think it's better to be extremely happy for a short while, even if you lose it, than to be just okay for your whole life? Don't waste your time with explanations. People only hear what they want to hear.